Morning students, this is class 11th maths lecture 5th of chapter 5th complex number. So we will discuss today the left questions of miscellaneous. So in question number 3rd you have to find the standard form or a plus iota b form of this given term, right? So first of all take the LCM. So LCM will be 1 minus 4 iota into 1 plus iota. In the numerator, you will get 1 plus iota minus 2 plus 8 iota into this term as it is, right? Now solve this. 1 minus 2 is minus 1 and this is 9 iota upon 1 into 1 plus iota will be 1 plus iota. Then minus 4 iota minus 4 iota square into this term as it is. Right, now minus 1 plus 9 iota upon this is 1, this is minus 4 iota square. Now iota square is minus 1, so this will become plus 4. So 4 plus 1 is 5 minus 3 iota into this term. Now multiply these two terms, so you will get in the numerator minus 3 plus 4 iota plus 27 iota minus 36 iota square upon 25 plus 5 iota minus 15 iota minus 3 iota square. So numerator becomes now minus 3 plus 31 iota plus 36 because iota square is minus 1 upon 25 minus 10 iota plus 3. Now this becomes 33 plus 31 iota upon 28 minus 10 iota, right? Now because we have to find the a plus iota b form, that is why rationalize this term with 28 plus 10 iota. So in the numerator, after multiplying these two, you will get 924 plus 330 iota plus 868 iota minus 310 upon this is a minus b into a plus b. So a square, which is 784, minus b square, which is 100 iota square. So you will get 614 plus 1198 iota upon 884. So the answer will be 307 upon 442 plus iota 599 upon 442, right? So this is the required a plus iota b form. See, in question number 10th, z1 and z2 are given to you. You have to find the modulus of this term, right? So modulus of this term will be equal to modulus of numerator upon modulus of denominator. So first of all, we will find the value z1 plus z2 plus 1 and z1 minus z2 plus 1. So z1 plus z2 plus 1 is equal to z1 is this, z2 is this plus 1. So you will get 4 and z1 minus z2 plus 1 is 2 minus iota minus z2 is 1 plus iota plus 1. So you will get 2 minus 2 iota. Now modulus of this will be modulus of numerator upon modulus of denominator. Now modulus of this is equal to modulus of 4 and modulus of this is modulus of 2 minus 2 iota. Now modulus of 4 will be root real part square, which is 4 square 16 plus imaginary part square. Now imaginary part here is 0, so square of 0 is 0 upon root modulus of this will be 4 plus square of minus 2, which is 4. So you will get 4 upon root 8, which can be written as 2 root 2. So you will get the modulus as root 2, right? Now in question number 11th, a plus iota b is equal to this term and let this be as 1. You have to prove that a square plus b square is equal to x square plus 1 whole square upon 2x square plus 1 whole square. For this we will find a minus iota b because product of a plus iota b into a minus iota b is a square plus b square. So to get this a minus iota b, take conjugate on both the sides. Now conjugate of a plus iota b is equal to conjugate of this but because conjugate of z1 into z2 is conjugate of z1 into conjugate of z2, so it can be written as conjugate of x plus iota into conjugate of x plus iota upon conjugate of 2x square plus 1. So conjugate of this will be a minus iota b equal to conjugate of this will be x minus iota. Conjugate of this will be x minus iota. So you will get x minus iota whole square. Also see the denominator 2x square plus 1. So it is completely real. So the conjugate of this will be same, right? Let this be as 2. Now multiply 1 and 2. So a plus iota b into a minus iota b is equal to x plus iota whole square into x minus iota whole square upon 2x square plus 1 into 2x square plus 1, right? So this is equal to square of x plus iota into x minus iota upon this is 2x square plus 1 whole square, right? Now a plus iota b into a minus iota b is a square plus b square, and product of this will be x square plus 1 whole square upon 2x square plus 1 whole square. So this is what is required, right? In question number 12, z1 and z2 are given to you. You have to find the real part of z1 into z2 upon z1 conjugate. So first of all, we will find this complex number z1 into z2 upon z1 conjugate. So it is 2 minus iota into minus 2 plus iota upon conjugate of 2 minus iota. So product of these two will be minus 4 plus 2 iota plus 2 iota plus 1 upon conjugate of 2 minus iota will be 2 plus iota. So this will become equal to minus 3 plus 4 iota upon 2 plus iota. Now rationalize it with 2 minus iota. So you will get in the numerator minus 6 plus 3 iota plus 8 iota and minus of 4 iota square. So it will be plus 4. In the denominator a square minus b square. So minus of iota square, which is plus 1. Now this will become minus 2 by 5 plus 11 by 5 iota, right? So real of this complex number will be minus 2 by 5, right? Now in the second part you have to find the imaginary of 1 upon z1 into z1 conjugate. So first of all find out this 1 upon z1 into z1 conjugate is 2 plus iota. Multiply these two, you will get it equal to 1 upon a square, which is 4, minus b square. So minus of iota square, that is minus of minus 1, which is plus 1. So you will get 1 by 5, which can also be written as 1 by 5 plus 0 iota. Therefore imaginary of this complex is 0, right? Now in question number 13th, they have asked to find the modulus of this. Now modulus of this is equal to modulus of numerator upon modulus of denominator. Now modulus of this will be root real part square plus imaginary part square upon root real part square plus imaginary part square. So you will get root 5 by root 10, which is 1 by root 2. Clear? In question number 14, they have given that the conjugate of minus 6 minus 24 iota is equal to this. You have to find the values of x and y. Now conjugate of a plus iota b is a minus iota b. Conjugate of c plus iota d is c minus iota d. Conjugate of this is e minus iota f into conjugate of this is g minus iota h equal to conjugate of this is a minus iota b. So this is 1. Let this as 2. Multiply 1 and 2. What you will get? A square plus b square, c square plus d square into e square plus f square into g square plus h square equal to a square plus b square. Because product of a minus iota b into a plus iota b is a square plus b square. When you will multiply these two, product of a plus iota b into a minus iota b will give you this product of c plus iota d into c minus iota d will give you this, and so on, right? So these are the left questions of miscellaneous, right? Now we will discuss the summary of chapter 5th. So a complex number z is written as the form of a plus iota b, where a and b both are real numbers. Now real part of z is a and imaginary part of z is b, the term which is multiplied with iota, right? Now if two complex numbers are equal, then their real parts are equal and their imaginary parts are also equal, right? Now addition or subtraction of two complex number. If you add the two complex numbers, then add their real part plus iota, add their imaginary part. And similarly for the subtraction, if you subtract two complex number, then subtract their real parts plus iota, subtract their imaginary parts, right? Also, you know, additive identity of z is, here z is the complex number. Additive identity of z is 0, because if you will add 0 in any complex number, then it will give z only. Now conjugate of minus 6 minus 24 iota is minus 6 plus 24 iota, equal to, multiply these two, so you will get 3x plus 5x iota minus 3 iota y and minus 5y iota square. And when you will put the value of iota square as minus 1, you will get plus 5y, right? Now this is minus 6 plus 24 iota equal to 3x plus 5y, taking the real part together, plus iota, imaginary part, 5x minus 3y, right? Now because these two complex numbers are equal, therefore their real part are equal. So minus 6 is equal to 3x plus 5y and their imaginary part are equal. Therefore 24 is equal to 5x minus 3y. Now these are two equations. When you will solve these equations, you will get the value of x as 3 and the value of y as minus 3, right? Now in question number 19, it is given that a plus iota b into c plus iota d into e plus iota f into g plus iota h is equal to a plus iota b, right? And they have asked something to prove. But for that, because what we wanted to prove, it includes a square plus b square, c square plus d square, right? So that is why we will take conjugate on both the sides. So the conjugate of left hand side is equal to the conjugate of right hand side. Now see, because conjugate of z1, z2, z3, z4 can be written as conjugate of z1 into conjugate of z2 into conjugate of z3 into conjugate of z4. Therefore we have written conjugate of this as conjugate of a plus iota b, conjugate of c plus iota d, and so on, equal to conjugate of a plus iota b. Now conjugate of a plus iota b is a minus iota b. Conjugate of c plus iota d is c minus iota d. Conjugate of this is e minus iota f into conjugate of this is g minus iota h, equal to conjugate of this is a minus iota b. So this is 1. Let this as 2. Multiply 1 and 2. What you will get? A square plus b square, c square plus d square into e square plus f square into g square plus h square equal to a square plus b square. Because product of a minus iota b into a plus iota b is a square plus b square. When you will multiply these two, product of a plus iota b into a minus iota b will give you this. Product of c plus iota d into c minus iota d will give you this, and so on, right? So these are the left questions of miscellaneous, right? Now we will discuss the summary of chapter 5th. So a complex number z is written as the form of a plus iota b, where a and b both are real numbers. Now real part of z is a and imaginary part of z is b, the term which is multiplied with iota, right? Now if two complex numbers are equal, then their real parts are equal and their imaginary parts are also equal, right? Now addition or subtraction of two complex number. If you will add the two complex numbers, then add their real part plus iota, add their imaginary part. And similarly for the subtraction, if you subtract two complex number, then subtract their real parts plus iota, subtract their imaginary parts, right? Also, you know, additive identity of z is, here z is the complex number. Additive identity of z is 0, because if you will add 0 in any complex number, then it will give z only. Now additive inverse of z is equal to minus z, because if you will add minus z in z, you will get 0, which is the additive identity, right? So additive inverse of z is minus z. Now multiplicative identity of z is 1, because if you will multiply z with 1, then you will get z only. And multiplicative inverse of z is 1 by z, because if you will multiply z with 1 by z, you will get 1, which is the multiplicative identity, and therefore multiplicative inverse is 1 by z. Also, when in the question you are asked to find the multiplicative inverse, do not leave the answer as 1 by z, find the a plus iota b form of this, right? Now modulus of a complex number is equal to root real part square plus imaginary part square, right? Now properties of modulus are that modulus of z1 upon z2 is modulus of z1 upon modulus of z2, and modulus of z1 into z2 is modulus of z1 into modulus of z2. Now next is conjugate of a complex number. So conjugate of a plus iota b is equal to a minus iota b. That is, change the sign of the imaginary part. Here the imaginary part is plus b, here imaginary part is minus b, right? Now properties of conjugates are that conjugate of z1 into z2 is equal to conjugate of z1 into conjugate of z2. Conjugate of z1 upon z2 is equal to conjugate of z1 upon conjugate of z2. Also, conjugate of z1 plus z2 is equal to conjugate of z1 plus conjugate of z2, and conjugate of z1 minus z2 is equal to conjugate of z1 minus conjugate of z2, right? Now, if this is the quadratic equation given and also b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then the value of x will be minus b plus minus root b square minus 4ac upon 2a. But b square minus 4ac here is given less than 0. So it can be written as minus b plus minus root 4ac minus b square into iota upon 2a. Remember, this iota is not inside the root, right? Just like root minus 7 can be written as root 7 into iota, because b square minus 4ac is less than 0. 4ac minus b square is greater than 0. That's why it can be written as root 4ac minus b square into iota, right? Now your homework is you have to prepare for the test of chapter 5. Okay, thank you.